up? Welcome back to another video for Charlotte and Jeannie. Today's video I'm going to be doing a what's in my car / car tour. So you won't know this because I haven't actually put this on my YouTube channel, but I passed my test like near the end of May, 25th of May. It was third time, so for all of you out there and you're doing your driving test, if you've not passed first, second or third time, keep going because you will get there eventually. I did it where I passed third time, so after my second attempt I was ready to give up and my parents kept pushing me through, so did my instructor, telling me not to give up. Then when I did it my third attempt, it actually felt like the worst test I'd done. Like, out of the three I did, my third attempt was the worst one I'd done by far. But I got back to the test centre and I'd passed. So you just have to keep pushing and like trying your best. You will get there eventually. But to get on with the video today, my car is quite hot, so it will only be like a quick video, probably about 10-15 minutes. But I'm going to start the video, so enjoy. So to start off, a few facts about my car is it's a Citroen C1 Splash. And I have had my car for I had it about a few months before I started, so I started learning to drive in about, I think it was about 2019, end of 2020. No, I think it was about end of 2020, yeah, start of 2021. And I started learning to drive with my driving instructor. And I loved my driving instructor. He was like funny and he was really like helpful. And after a few months of me learning to drive in his car, this car came up from a friend on the yard. So we thought it was the perfect time, and that is when my parents bought me my car so I could learn to drive in it with them as well as my lessons with my instructor. So I've had my car now for about a year and a half, I reckon. So I'm really loving this car, and it does feel strange, like when I move my dad's car off the drive occasionally, not that I drive my dad's car, I just move it off the drive for him. When I get in my car after, it feels tiny because my dad's car is so big, but I love my little car and I think I'd always go for little cars because it's like quite scary driving a big car. But anyway, now to get on to the tour. So to start the tour, I have my door with my door handle and my thing for my window. I can only control my window, and then there's also one on the passenger window. Obviously I can't control that from here. I have a pocket down below which is just like filled with leaflets and masks and my CDs and like a CD case. And next to my wheel I also have a pocket there which I keep all my instructions for my black box and my dash cam. There's a funny story about my dash cam, but I'll get to that at the end. So next to my wheel I have this for my phone. So my phone goes in there every time. When I turn the engine on, it automatically opens when it senses my phone, and then it starts charging my phone, hence why there's like a cable below it. And then obviously to get my phone back out of it, I have to press a button at the back and it automatically opens. So I don't have a digital display, I have like a clock, so that's how I tell like how much petrol is in there and then how fast I'm going. Also next to that, I don't have like a digital display obviously here either. I just have my AM and FM radio and all my buttons and my aircon and different channels that I want. And above it I have my smart sat nav which I can ring people off, obviously get directions, it's a sat nav. So I have this there. That used to be there, but I've now moved it to there. And here, my noddy characters that I have under there used to be stuck there, but I've just put them in there for now and I'm going to stick it down and everything. But funny story about why I have my Noddy characters, and I'll also explain the dash cam story. I have my Noddy characters because when I started learning to drive in this, me and my dad would always go out driving, and my dad would joke it was the Noddy-mobile, the Noddy car. So I was Noddy, he was Big Ears. So and then obviously the joke escalated, and I got the Noddy characters. So I got my mum like Tessie Bear. Because we have a dog, we got Noddy's dog. We found out Noddy had a dog, so we got that one. And then I have a couple of friends, so they wanted to be characters. So I got like most of the characters, so they can have one. My family in characters. And it just, yeah, it's like a little common thing. Basically started with a joke that my dad said about Noddy. That's why I have my characters. And also my dash cam. So I went to the arcade on Friday with my friends. Like, we went bowling, but it was an arcade as well. And when I was waiting for my friends to arrive, I went on this machine called the Sonic Keyhole machine, actually. And it was quite hard to win, so I only put £1 in because I wasn't wasting any money. And on my second attempt, I actually won the dash cam. But it got stuck, so they had to take my details so they could ring me when it was like ready to collect. So that was the Friday that I won it. Moving forward to the Monday is when I actually was able to collect it, and then Tuesday, me and my friend Miles, my friend, we fitted it into my car. So I'll show you how we fitted it before. We did like a bodge job of sellotape. So I need to change the sellotape to like stronger tape because it is coming loose and stuff. But for now, we'll just put sellotape on because we didn't really have anything else to use. But that was how I won a dash cam for £1. So you can, and it works. It does work. Surprisingly for £1, it's good quality and it works. So I'm loving it. I didn't have to pay £100 for a dash cam. So that is how I won my dash cam, and that's the story behind the Noddy. But let's carry on with the tour. So carrying on from my Noddy characters, you'll have just heard the story of how I won my dash cam and the Noddy. Down here I have this little sign that says "I love you more, the end I win," and that's there because when I was little, me and my mum would always just say, "I love you, no I love you more, no I love you," and then one of us would always say, "Right, I love you more, the end, I've won." And then when I found that, I was like, oh my god, that's my childhood. So obviously I bought it and it reminds me of my mum. So I have something to remind me of my dad and something to remind me of my mum when I'm in my car. Behind this wire I have some what are they called? Like air fresheners, that's it. So I put, like, if I get a slip from the dentist for an appointment, I do sometimes occasionally put it in there. I have just some sweets, some Aldi sweets, these ones, like sugar-free clear fruits. I have them down there, they're nearly empty. Just some coins and change for if I pay and display at a car park. And then me and my dad also collect our parking ticket things, like from pay and display car parks, so I have that in there. And then my gear stick. And I also have another pocket which I just keep my hand sanitizer in, so if I ever need to sanitize my hands, I've got it. Moving on from my dash here, I also have a pocket here. Now a lot of people's pockets like open and close, mine don't. So mine just has my de-icer, my scraper for if it gets misty, and a few wires for like my phone and my black box wire. I just tuck that in so it's out the way up there. And then running along all here, that's where we've taped the wire, and that goes to my dash cam, which is just behind obviously my windscreen. That's where my dash cam is, so that's there. And I also behind my sat nav have my little dog that reminds me of my actual dog, Lola, obviously. But yeah, now we're gonna just do a pan around my car. There we go. Now another story is when I was filming earlier, you may have noticed this. There's one on my seat and one on the passenger seat. This is something me and my friend from college do. So not my friend from college. I used to go to a college one day a week from school and I met her there. So she is from college, but not from the college I go to now. We went to see Harry Styles together. So the story was, she went the night before me. We went to the Etihad Stadium in Manchester when he did both of his nights there. So she went on the Wednesday night and phoned me up the Thursday morning and told me I needed to prepare myself because he was amazing. So I was meant to be going with my mum on the Thursday night, and my mum said, why don't you invite her and ask her if she wants to go again? So I said to my friend, did she want to go again with me? I'd have more fun with my friend than my mum. And my mum offered. My mum didn't really want to go because I'd have more fun with a friend. So, as you may know, everyone that went to the Harry Styles concerts was wearing feather boas and cowboy hats. So me and my friend got all dressed up. But we couldn't find any feather boas. So all we had is like these Hawaiian flower necklaces. And I had like loads. I had quite a few that my mum let me have. So we each had 2 each. I had the 2 I have and she's got 2 in her car. And when we got back after the concert and she dropped me off, she kindly dropped me off, and well, her nan kindly dropped me off. She was going to give them me back, and I said, no, you can keep them. My mum said you can keep them. So she said, oh, I'm going to put them here in my car, and she like put them over her front seats. So I said, oh, I'll do the same tomorrow in my car, hence why I've got this. So me and my friend both have our flower necklace things from Harry Styles concerts over our seats, so when we get into the car we have Harry Styles vibes. But I just thought I'd mention that in case anyone wondered why they were there. But I'm now going to move on to the back of my car, and there's some interesting things in the back of my car that you may laugh about. So let's get on to the back. So in the back of my car I have a seat cover that I put on my back seat for the dog, so this keeps my seats clean. One of her favourite blankets, and I also have my dog seat belt obviously, so I can keep her secure. I also have some Asda receipts, so I'll just put them in the pocket there. Down here I have some floor mats, so I have just a bag with a few dog treats in for if we go for a walk, and some poo bags in case obviously dogs, they poo, what, yeah. The other day I had my tyres changed, but the man didn't put my tyre guard on, my wheel guard thingy on properly, so it fell off. So now it's just on the back of my seat for waiting. I'm going to wait for my dad to help me put that back on. And while I'm here I've just noticed what is going on with my mat. These mats don't actually go in this car, but yeah. So that is the back of my car. There's my feather boas on the back of the seats obviously, as you can see. But moving on to the boot, I have my amazing black box fitted I'm more annoyed than you are sticker. And in the boot, it's not really much. I have a towel that goes along the bottom because under the towel it's got sand in from when my mum threw like some deck chairs in the car. And I just have this little boot organiser, so I have my dash cam box in there for now, a coat, a hat, some shopping bags, and then an empty one, and then my car like cleaning kit that I use when I clean my car. But that is my boot. I only have a small boot obviously because it's only a small car. So I hope you enjoyed the video. That concludes my car tour. Obviously it's only a small car, and I said it'd be a short video because my car is quite warm, because it's quite a nice day today. It's not been very pleasant the last few days, but today's surprisingly nice and warm. But I hope you enjoyed my car tour / what gadgets I have in my car. Subscribe down below and click the notification button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. So to start off, a few facts about my car. So, oh, my phone just fell. Oh dear, it's open. Anyway,